favorites.
I
Oh,
am
look,
recording.
Look, I still got here.
Alrighty, so welcome to today's first meeting of the train yard. We have multiple different time zones here. BST, CST, EST, and
Thunder.
Australian time.
You're forgetting about me, Stinky.
Mountain time.
I'm gonna take this off. This is
First of all, we have to discuss on the TPS, as I think it's very clarified that the TPS sucks. That is
Really, I
only...
couldn't have noticed.
Yeah.
It's 12 at the moment.
Well, that's because we're all here.
No, there's others who aren't here.
Are there?
Yeah.
Gasto's at
Yeah,
Gasto's in his
using
basement.
that thunder conductor.
Wait, what's Gas doing right now?
He's that thunder conductor thing, which is running around the room.
Okay.
Hi,
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
First of all, I
This
think
is he's
everyone
trying
can
to get the
clarify.
vibe
I'm
up.
going to thank Chaos today for actually subscribing for the Patreon. Thank you.
Hooray.
Every dollar matters.
What-
To the new
what-
server system.
Chaos, Chaos, why do you have your armor on? Are you gonna do something?
Yes.
I'll just
Trust this
see if
man.
it keeps going. Now, and we can all tell this is definitely going to become chaotic very quickly without me. Okay, who's hitting the lever from here?
Not me. I can't even do that.
Who has that much reach?
Yeah, who
Ain't
has
me,
that reach?
because
Because this is where the lever is.
I
Blue
can't
Jay?
reach it from here, so I
I
literally can't. So.
There is cheese in a cheeseburger.
Wait
It's
a minute.
the conductor. It is the conductor.
Oh, it's Willy. It's Willy.
No, I'm
With the
not.
extendo grip.
Resolved.
Get down to business.
It's very obvious where you're staring. No, no.
No, I don't even have the extendo grip in my inventory, nor
These
can I
are
reach
painful
over
as
there.
hell. Now, TBS first issue. Next thing we need to talk about. How do you guys feel about the spreadsheet?
Like,
I like it.
I like.
It works. Let's get the mountain time people over here.
Okay, that's very discussed. The spreadsheet is functional. We've had some recent events where someone tried to delete said spreadsheet,
That's how we're gonna do
as they
that.
said it was not efficient and it was very useless. What's actually saving the TPS?
Just like their mom.
Chicken. I don't know. The
Spreadsheet.
queen. The queen.
What I'm going to recommend is, if we're going to get... Okay, come on, Moxton.
I was trying to aim
That
for the
was
bell.
so obvious that time.
I aimed for the bell. And it went through.
Just-
I need to keep an eye on you.
Resolve, no more sounds, enjoy. You ruined it.
Oh, who is clicking the button?
Thank you, Walter.
No
Yeah,
problem.
I just got that email, so that helped.
It just fly off.
You changed the conclusion.
Okay, so how
Sit
much do
down.
we got on the Patreon now?
You two sit down.
$12 were just sent to the
Fine.
Patreon, so let me go check how much we have in total. As this will start giving you an idea of where our panic is going. Right now, we have $20 in the Patreon. We are $10 off from 30 and $20 from 40.
For the Patreon, is it gonna be like monthly? Is the maintaining? Is it like
Yes.
We're really hoping that it's not going to be monthly to pay this, because we're hoping to see if we can get a promotion. The problem about the promotion, though, is to get even a single promotion, we need at least 1,000 unique downloads.
To get a bisect server, we're gonna have to get at least 1,000 downloads on the mod pack within 30 days, as well as 100 unique downloads a part of that 1,000.
Okay, I'll go to my school and I will download the mod pack on all our computers.
We make another
I think we've all
the
got
same.
it. It's just going to be one of the
Excuse me,
viewers.
sir.
make another CurseForge account.
Why did you get Minecraft on all of our computers? Mod pack.
Ah, there we go.
Now, that's one minor issue as well that I think we can clarify. We're doing pretty good on the Patreon so far. I'm happy to see it, but I don't... Hi, Tyler.
Tyler.
There's
Can we get him
26
out of the-
active search
Just give me
active
chunks
players.
load.
Tyler, get down from there.
I think it's the chunks. He's making
He's
one chunk
loading.
loading.
Give him time.
Resolved.
Tyler's a Steve. Very nice. Respected.
Hi, Tyler.
I'm
Hi, Tyler.
very tempted.
Oh,
Tyler
slap
is-
somebody.
Look at that.
Respected.
First reaction already knows where to sit. Perfect. And we can clarify that that's one minor issue right now, right? Actually, what was it talking about? God damn it, Tyler, you ruined my entire thought process.
We're in the Oval
The
Office.
spreadsheet is one of the most important details we can all agree upon. It helps us understand who's online, who we are doing, and what tasks we have, right? I see what you're doing on the podium.
Can I just kill him?
Oh, I need.
Tyler?
Did I guard?
Is someone invisible?
Someone's invisible here.
I'm gonna find them. Wait, hold on, guys. Turn
I'm
on
just gonna play out
hitboxes.
these specs.
Wait.
I just ran the command. If this works, then we have a problem.
Guys, hitboxes. Hitboxes.
Oh, welcome, Tyler.
F3B. F3B, people.
If they
No,
haven't,
no.
guys,
I just ran the command.
go back to your seats. Also, if someone has invisibility, their hitboxes don't show.
Yeah,
Oh,
and they're not here.
Oh, right.
I just ran the command and it cleared about 12 of you with your effects. So sorry for that.
Walter, you're looking very spiffy today.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you got a suit.
Hey.
Very appropriate.
God damn it, why can't you sit?
Alright.
Guys,
I'm
put
gonna-
down
You realize
Tyler.
Tyler's in the VC
so I
itself.
can get
Oh, Jesus serves
in
DPS.
the meeting.
Okay, now,
Once I load
let's
these
continue with the meeting. The
PDFs,
spreadsheet's one of our most important details, right? Particularly, I have an issue here. When it comes to planned and owned farms, do you know how there's the locked option, right?
Mhm.
Whenever there's two companies, it locks, and it has to be by a moderator who does it. For some
And
reason,
Those two
Sir-
companies have to be the same category. It can't be one community, one paid for. No. Both community or both paid for before it can be locked in that section.
the problem that sets me off, though, is one of you in this entire audience, maybe they're not in the audience, they're just far away from us all, and they're busy with their mining and running farms,
Maybe near my base.
has been continuously locking his farms on the spreadsheet. Even though it's just his company and no other company.
Who's pressing the
Also,
button
it's my
again?
This is my company.
Just ignore it. Just click the button.
Yeah, I'm removing all distractions for this. So, can we agree that a moderator should be the only person locking the actual chat on the spreadsheet?
Yeah.
That helps me understand and helps the players understand if it is locked. If a regular player locks it, it can get very confusing.
The conductor.
That reminds me
Kill the
too.
conduct.
I'm also changing up a new policy. If you're gonna
Okay.
have your own farms, right? And if you're trying to find a loophole in my system, I have a solution for it. To make a claim on a farm, or if you're trying to make any such thing, let's say it's Liquid XP as an example. They make a Liquid XP farm, but it's they say it's locked, and it's already locked though, right? The farm's already locked and all that. I have an idea here. Instead to keep everyone's limitations on the farms, I'm probably going to add a little bit of an extra tag. If you're going to make a company, right, it has to also have a separate tag. What I mean by this is, you have a team and you create it on the company's chat, right? That company can work as long as it has a claim.
Yes.
That way it enforces these new, like, you can make companies, yes. Like, let's say you have a train building company, right? But if you're trying to make a company so you can find a loophole around the farms, no.
Let me put my
That's
professional hat on real quick. Let me put my professional hat on. There we go. Well, there we go.
And we agree that on that part.
Yeah.
You need to have a claim for your company so there's no loopholes.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm coming down to the meeting.
Got it?
Just TP him over here then. At Point Hammond.
Our player list is also
I have the
increased from last
rails.
time.
I'm
I
taking
think
the
we-
tracks.
Hello, Gordon.
The player list has definitely increased. I think we can definitely
Oh, yeah.
clarify that. It's
Yes.
gone up from being... I'm surprised it's even going so well. We already have 369 players on the Discord.
Yeah, because
Nice.
SNR kind of screwed themselves over. So
Well, no. They're actually growing in popularity as well. The reason why Train Yard's been getting popular is the CurseForge page.
oh,
Apparently, the more times we update the server, the more likely more people come. I've noticed it.
Spam the updates.
Issue is, until we can get a new server, we can't update the pack any further. And there's a list of about 10 mods waiting to get added to the pack.
One of these mods we're hoping to get added isn't even a mod, but more of a plugin. Track map.
Track map? I have
Another mod we're also thinking of getting onto the server is Blue Map.
Well, here's
Like
my
Google.
thing. I don't think Blue Map's gonna work well because it can get real laggy depending on the server's processing systems. And, well, yes, it will be amazing to see servers block updates and everything. You cannot see the trains running only if they are disassembled. Some rails don't always render, and
Yeah.
half the mods don't render. I know this from another server I've worked on. But if you ask me, track map's really all we need. We could live without Blue Map.
I'm just gonna say this now. The entire time we've been on the meeting, Stick's updating his company.
Is he?
Hey.
He's on the spreadsheet right now, updating his
Oh,
company.
that's me.
Oh, that's you? Got it. I was wondering. Saw
yeah.
it getting updated. We also are gonna sort this out. If you're no longer on the server, I've had this small question. Do I delete old companies off the spreadsheet?
Yes.
I say we make an archived company spot, because if the person is still in the Discord but doesn't play on the server, new players can talk to them about inheriting that company and its
I say
duties.
make a discontinued section.
Yeah, because one thing is there's actually a few companies I'm still looking into. KMR is one of them. They've been on the server for a bit, and they were here from the beginning. They have not been on for a couple of months. A couple of weeks, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure about
DM'd
that.
them and added them if they're still playing the server. I got no response.
Question, did Jam want Soya to be discontinued?
Yes. So he is
Okay.
no longer a company.
Okay, so it's not a company people can use, got it.
Damn, I should have brought my typewriter.
The company is now run underneath
Yeah,
by
me so
Uwu,
sultry.
which then that was
If you
torn
want
apart
me to
in
record
pieces.
this, well, I don't even need to record this, I can literally bring out my typewriter and...
But you have
Jules is
one?
actually recording right now.
Yeah, I'm
Prince.
recording.
I want to
Okay,
get a
don't-
vintage typewriter just to
I
bring
have a
up
vintage
college
Very-
and just, you know.
Yeah.
It's
We're getting off topic,
very.
let's get
Dude,
back
this
on topic.
VC is.
Let's just meet.
With the planned-owned farms, right, we have a lot of farms and we're building these up. Zerv CPS is starting to tank. A lot. And I've been trying to decide why and where. If you were ever to build a farm, Jules has already discovered this, we were going through and apparently Jules had found over 38 useless cogs at MXR.
It was over.
Gas though.
Correction. By the time I was done, it was over 80.
880.
Gas though, not me. Don't look at me. Look at gas
Oh,
though.
Plus
You-
5, because I had to
Oh, yeah.
replace 5 others too. So 85 cogs entirely that were useless.
How do you see why I gave Willie the
Give me
name I did?
Damn it!
Everyone sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Are we receiving popcorn? What is this?
Okay.
Sucks.
I don't even know. Did you run across the
I didn't even hear what Demon said because of the bucket shenanigans over there.
Yeah. Up in popcorn, particularly.
Sit down, Blue Jay.
Jesus Christ, the puns.
Someone's being corny.
Thank
Me
you.
back, my god.
Now I have your bucket. There you go, Blue Jay. There's your bucket. Now
Alright,
Turtle.
I'm a-
A turtle stole your
Why did you shoot
bucket.
him?
Now, as we know, when we're doing farms and all that, moderators have the right to go into bases if we realize there's an FPS issue, right?
Yeah.
Gasto, on the other hand, has told me several times and told the moderator team not to go to his base and touch it. He's
my
adding
base.
signs that say
Touch
"Don't
it.
touch."
Touch it. I dare you.
It's my
Please.
base.
It is killing the TPS.
It is.
All the
Basically,
cogs. I'm gonna say this now.
Thank
There
you,
are
Reddit.
certain blocks that we've discovered. It's how Minecraft create renders. Create renders before Minecraft. Way ahead of it.
It's interesting, actually.
I'm approaching spawn station.
Did Eternal
Oh,
die or
also-
something?
Now,
Where-
that's the issue we're discovering, is how those things render. Earlier this week, particularly 2 days ago, me and Fritz were over on a mountain far away from Ellsbridge. Ellsbridge's machinery started rendering. all the way that far back, about think 1,000 blocks, we could see Elsbridge's entire shafts, cogs, all of its mechanisms rendering.
Oh dear.
Ready to hear the best part? Moving at 24 frames a second. That literally means it's, if you've all realized an animation, 24 is usually a really good thing to have.
Welcome.
Hello, I've made it to the.
I'm still confused on how we fix that issue due to it being mechanically, and that's just a create thing we have to figure out how to ask them on how to fix that.
I'll take y'all
So
into
try
the
not to
building.
use as many cogs in your farm.
Hey. We'll take y'all to the building.
Next part, train schedules.
Yeah.
We have an idea since the loop line that me and Chaos had finished about 3 days ago is finished. We are now going to be able to do one small detail. With the new loop line, we are thinking of having trains go clockwise and counterclockwise. Let's imagine this. An engine starts at Royal Moxon Central. To go clockwise, it would head towards Ballisburg, then to SBR, and then heading towards Elsbridge. Counterclockwise is going from... Did he just crash?
Yeah,
I think he did.
I'm still recording. Don't worry.
Okay, I was wondering because I thought, that's a problem. The issue we're having now is Arizona sit down. I just clicked F5. Okay.
Don't
With
do
train
it.
schedules, we want to make sure everything makes sense and much more organized because you don't need multiple engines visiting the same base, right?
Might move here.
I have now agreed on 3 main stations that will exist on the server until the other ones are complete. Royal Moxon Central, Vellisburg, and Elsbridge. Those will be the main big stations that will exist, right?
Mister,
Until I see other big stations like PSSR and SR's rail stations,
Help!
they will be classified as big mainline stations as soon as they're finished. The problem about it, though, is we're so far away from seeing those even finished. So those 3 will be the main stations for now. Engines are able to send their engines to those 3 big stations at a constant. Doesn't matter how many engines, doesn't matter what engine. They can all go there. But if you're trying to send, I don't know, an engine and multiple engines to, let's say, Flinders Street, that's way too many engines going to a small station with 2 platforms.
Yeah.
Soon it'll be big though.
Just a note, Flint Street will be, I think, around 6 platforms.
Good.
Um,
So it's gonna be like an Elsbridge then. I may make that a central. That may become a central station then, because
Yeah, we're expanding the size of it.
I may have to ask people who are sending spawn trains down here and change their schedules up because earlier this week we had about 3 engines going into spawn at once.
Those are the 3 companies, weren't they?
Yeah, all 3 companies were sending engines. All sending them at the same time. Useless, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that was just.
That's a lot of traffic going to a station that has only 2 platforms.
I expect that was due to previous clogs, wherever those happened.
All
They
of
would just
us
expect they all
here.
stopped.
Next
And
thing that
then-
needs to be done. I need to see a train schedule that needs to be changed. This would be class NWR class S4.
That's Oliver.
Most of you have heard about me
Oh,
complain
Oliver's
about
joined
this
the beach
schedule.
state. That's perfect.
As the schedule will start off and head to NWR. It will then head to Vellisburg.
Yeah.
Then it heads to Royal Moxon Central, BDSM, Hell's Industries, Elsbridge, Hell's Industries, Aussie Rail, APIR, Vellisburg, and WR. Now that schedule makes sense until you realize that some of those stations don't even exist, like Hell's
Yeah, I was
Industries.
gonna say, Hells and BDS don't exist there anymore.
Yeah.
Well, net. I mean, not anymore.
Next thing, it doesn't make sense.
Once I do have a
Class,
station, there's really
NWR
only one
Class
train
D2.
that will be pulling there.
That's fine.
This engine has been driving me nuts every time I see it. As it goes to NWR,
All of
to
their
SMSP,
Minecraft integration.
to Sodor,
I don't even know. How to
then
do
it goes to PSSR, then to SMSP, to NWR.
that. Wouldn't it go to PSSR first?
That's what would make sense. Yet it doesn't. it goes it to second time. That should be tried to be changed and switched over to being going to PSSR, then SR. And then in having it fix of its loop, it can go to Sodor through Gengar, then heading back to its base. Other schedules we need to start rearranging is we have about 12 engines on the server that have running schedules. These engines have very fun schedules, but I need to see some change in them for a reason.
Yeah.
Since we're doing counterclockwise and clockwise, we need to reorganize things and make sure you don't have several engines visiting the same station. Except when it comes to the big 3,
Yeah.
which become the big 6 once the other stations are finished. The big 3, Ellsbridge, Royal Maxim Central, Völlsburg. The next 3 after that will be PSSR, SR, and Uwu Rails. Yes, I'm calling by both names. So Fluid
Yes.
3. These stations, well, I know, it's fun. Each one of these stations will soon become main stations, and they can have all traffic go to them. I don't care how much traffic you throw at them, just throw it at them. But make sure it makes sense.
Is it raining right now?
No.
That's Demon's microphone. That was going like
Oh.
that.
Alright.
Mainline planning. As we all know, the rail network is completely shut down. And I'm hearing a lot of you have been complaining about it.
Hey.
Particularly Gas complaining about it. Yeah, there's a lot more complaints on Gas than there's anything else.
Yeah, but who cares about what he thinks? Anyways,
Shit
let's
out.
look
So with
about
the main
Mainline?
lines and how they're being re-signaled, Fritz knows exactly how this will be signaled. Would you like to explain, Fritz?
Oh,
Yeah,
but
sure, why not?
anyway.
To the podium.
Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, first off, before I start with this, anyone have any questions about signals in the first place?
How is it like?
Yeah, what is it?
I forgot what I was going to say, truthfully.
Well done.
Awesome.
I'm gonna shoot myself now.
No. Just
No,
do
no.
it.
Just sit down.
No!
I do it for you, please.
Sure.
I'm gonna fucking take this before I lose my mind.
Hey.
Come on.
Okay, so.
Come on.
God damn it, you two sit down. Okay.
Anyway, let's just actually get back to this.
Okay. How
Who the
signals
fuck is
function? Let's
drinking
throw it out.
vodka?
Right, so signaling, it is a pain in my ass.
We know this.
This is a given. Anyways, anyone have specific questions about signaling? Just to get that out of the way first.
Yes. What is the main priority when it comes to left-hand running or right-hand running? Are you going
On the
for
main line,
right-hand running?
On the main line, currently, it is right-hand running.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
doing American style.
Yes.
Welcome back, Barry.
Yeah.
Need to clarify that.
Yeah. Any other questions?
What's a signal?
Why is the signal?
Who asked
Who
that?
is signal?
Just love Fritz's answer.
This is a signal.
Alright, who asked that?
What?
Alright, legit question. ETA for when the re-signaling project will be completed. Best guess.
Never.
It's gonna take a lot longer due to
You
some
mean- wait,
signals that were
Are you
destroyed.
talking about specifically the whole main line being re-signaled?
Yes.
Go chunk by chunk, fuck it. Like,
How about-
average for, say...
Well, the North Main Line's fully
chunks
signaled
and high
correctly.
traffic.
That's
Well,
the first thing.
high traffic. Well, it depends on how many engines are going in, and then there's also the hiccups, which we need actual scheduled engines to be running to catch any of those problems. So
Well, okay. If you want, Mr. Sir, Mr. Fritz, I think. So, if you want, you can use one of my locomotives for testing.
yeah, sure, I think that would work.
Yes. Particularly when it comes to signaling, how would these signals be placed?
What do you mean?
Since I already know, I'm just asking the question so people know how the signals are placed.
How would signals
And which
be-
ones would be brassed, and which ones would be where?
Okay, well, if you guys here, let me. Okay, I'm doing this with the nausea effect. I
Fritz,
cannot.
what are you
Did
drinking
you drink
vodka?
vodka before this?
Yes, I did. Anyways,
Oh my
Fritz,
god,
oh,
you're listening to
you
an
went
intoxicated
out.
man
Don't
here.
show up to a meeting drunk.
All right, everyone,
Fritz.
quiet. Let's watch Fritz work.
Oh my god.
Nice drunk.
I don't want to have a man who is having.
Arizona, sit.
I can't. It's TPS.
Could have at
Yeah, I was
least
gonna
shared
say TPS.
some.
okay,
TPS
so
is
the way signals work, for those who don't know, the very front signal will always be just a normal train signal. Every subsequent signal after it is going to be gilded, because that is how chain signals work.
Why does nobody respond? Because we're all listening. Okay, who's playing music?
Who the fuck is playing Among Us?
Endless.
I'm gonna find them.
And let everyone find. Oh god damn it! Why?
Sorry, excuse me. I need to attend some business.
Everyone backed into the meeting.
What was that?
Why do I hear explosions?
Endless. He's using his.
Oh
He's using his bow.
Yeah.
Everybody back in the meeting.
Everyone in the meeting room now.
Endless.
Oh, I'm in the
Stop
sky.
fucking around.
Right.
I'm gonna need a lot more of this for this meeting.
Can you give me one while you're at it?
Oh yeah,
Right.
we got I Thunder here too to run the entire.
You're gonna get an achievement for it.
Why is Thunder here?
Oh,
It's vodka.
Vodka.
these
Vodka.
goggles. I don't want these fucking. Why do I have more goggles? I have more goggles. Oh no!
Now.
It's just ghost wall.
Let's get back.
The
What is
reason
that?
for the signaling like this is because it's a chain signal, right? If you're entering and trying to go through a single switch, you use the brass. The last one is just to tell the engines to stop if need be. Brass is a way of saying you go straight through. No
So
stopping.
basically, it's like a warning signal. Maybe. Or am I just dumb?
Okay, so essentially, this signal up here is the final signal. Every other subsequent signal is checking the signals in
Oxen,
front of it.
Accidental.
Oh.
I'll place it later.
Every other signal is
Simon,
checking every
sit
other
down.
signal in front of it, up until this signal right here.
Okay.
These chain signals stop checking after the first one.
Oliver, stop being like that, or I will use my.
Some
second
people don't
amendment.
know how the signals work, Diamond, as particularly when it comes to signaling. I think we can clarify the old signaling system we did, where we just placed signals and we never gilded them or brassed them. It does not help whatsoever,
Yeah.
as pretty much the traffic built up immediately. The new
Guys,
brass system that was developed
down.
by Fritz, me, and Firoth allowed us to move engines and get things moving much quicker. They understand paths and they try to avoid you entirely.
Oliver, just sit the fuck down.
So imagine this: you're taking a train down the main line. Every auto train will see that you're
That's
speeding up and catching up quick, so they move off to the side tracks to get out of your way.
Get the axe out of your hand, man.
With the
Jesus.
new counterclockwise and clockwise schedules, imagine what would happen to the entire server's network.
It would work.
The whole
It would
system would
break.
function.
I'm gonna put some. Hope you don't have your master volume too loud.
To explain
Oh,
how good
shit.
it worked,
Oh,
imagine
no.
this.
No.
The model that we had was about 40 blocks in length. Right? Well, with the new version of the whole server system in that shape, it'll be one of the largest train models ever built, based off of a build that we built at 3 in the morning.
3 in the morning. 3 in the morning.
Make our
Barb.
best shit way late at night. All right, shut it.
If it was 3 in the morning for my time, start comparing everyone else's time zone, including Fritz's and Firo's.
I'm
Yeah,
it's currently 10 right now.
Okay, 3 in the morning would be. Isn't 3 EST?
4 EST.
I was
4 EST.
trying
Okay,
to
that's 9
think
AM.
this
for-
was a
yeah.
bad
It would
idea.
have
I
been 9 a.m.
returned.
for Oath, I believe.
Pasta Fazool.
I'm back.
Heroes never actually
Okay.
slept that morning. He actually
Oh.
stayed up and did the signaling with us on that test world.
Hello?
It was 6 in the morning.
Hi, yeah, I can hear you.
Yep.
Ew, get Thunder out of here. He shouldn't be reading this.
Now, any other issues that you guys? Okay, I'm gonna have it stage. Any other issues that we're having lately with the server's network?
People love crashing into my trains, and I don't think that's quite kind of them.
I did. Okay, I figured out what's wrong with your bit of track, and that's one reason. You didn't signal it right with the brass yet, so I did
What
it
do
for
you
you.
mean I didn't do that?
The brass needs to
No,
be done.
correct.
I did the brass now, as it should be able to help. But the whole rest
Yeah.
of that track still needs to be brassified. As me and Moxon were
Brassified.
there a few days ago, as we were wondering, there was a big clog up. How bad was the clog up? There were
yeah, was that your
no
Zoom stream?
engines leaving PSR. There was no engine heading to PSR, and there was no engines anywhere else. I feel like I'm now like the teleporting beacon.
That's literally about to say.
Essentially.
And that wasn't even me who teleported. That was Moxon again.
That I didn't teleport. That was Thea.
That is one issue when it comes to that. Is we need to figure out 14 players? Huh. This is the first time in forever we've actually seen everybody on the Discord server and on the Minecraft server online.
Question: How do you find an advancement's name in the console? Because I want to revoke one for myself.
/ achievement. Okay,
How do
so
I find it? Because I can't find the one.
okay, there's a track I've had to discuss, and Oliver knows who he is and knows what he's done, and it confuses the living hell out of us moderators. The little switch that we're talking about is he has to get his train from the right track onto the left track on a 3-track main line.
3-track?
Now, if you think about that for a second, I said the left track. That's the far left track on the other end that's heading in the opposite direction.
No,
What are
you're
his
not going
opinions of a
on
train
traffic.
crossing
Don't give a fuck.
over the main line on a track that goes backwards for a split second to go to a base?
Oh.
Yeah. Depends how busy the line is and which way
It's
the
the
train's
north
going.
main line, and once that clockwise system is in place, it will get busy.
Yeah, well, clearly every train goes from RMC to
Well,
Ellsbridge.
Well, Oliver, if you didn't know, I want to inform you here. Yeah. Here, let me inform this man here. Hi. If you didn't know, you cause a fair amount of problems around here. Is this true, Eternal?
It would cause a few minor issues, yes, because it would stop traffic for a split second when his engine heads to his base and leaves his base. I'm fine with it leaving his base, but I'm not fine with it entering the base.
Okay.
I want it so his engine would enter through the north instead of the south.
Can we get what straight? What?
This table.
So who stole my bucket again?
That it only goes north every 10 minutes. But we understand. But
Oh, I had the bucket.
we understand that it only goes 10 minutes. But what happens is that little tiny traffic stop will just halt most traffic over there.
And
I don't think
particularly when that little main line heads straight to
Yeah,
Valasburg,
okay. Let
which
me-
is
let me
another
give a little-
major station on the server that we can agree will start seeing heavy traffic.
Let me give this man a little bit of demonstration. So let's say this is a train. Let's theoretically. Now, I know
It's
it's
a little
not.
small for a train.
Shut your bitch ass up. Your brain's a little small.
Shit.
Now,
Penis is a little small.
let's
Focus,
say
there's
this is
another-
theoretically a train. There's another train. You know, they're going. This guy's not moving. These guys aren't gonna move. But now this guy starts moving. These guys move. You see the problem? Traffic just goes.
It would
I'm
stop
good.
for a split second. As here's the thing: is it will try not to work around. I'm saying this now. It will not work around it, as there are no switch tracks on that one bit of track. The nearest switch track is all the way by SBR.
Do we move another one closer?
So to fix this, all it really needs is a
Okay,
switch
okay.
track.
There needs to be more switch tracks as
You have
well.
an idea.
Because here's the thing: is
hold on.
we have
What's your
not
idea?
many switch tracks, right? But we have this many engines on the server.
What if you're
The reason why the 8xR's junction's failing
Oh,
It's
God.
because you've got too many junctions for that long coaches.
You can do that with signals. You can, but here's the thing.
That is a problem, isn't it? Because here's the thing: when we did the test, it was made for engines that were
Bogey.
for one bogey, not engines that had 17 coaches. Or most coaches I've ever seen is 8. But I can't say that anymore because Gengar's got his 10 coach train.
Yes.
We're gonna have to start spreading out the junctions as the APR area has been busy. I've proposed a new switch track or a new mainline track that would branch off from APIR, and instead of heading straight to his base, right, and not heading straight to his base, but heading straight onto the main line, it would keep going straight. Then after the tunnel down the main line, it would then reattach itself before Volusburg.
Now, okay. Here's the thing, Oliver. You know, remember
That
seeing
way,
this
if
little-
engines running straight to Volusburg, they can go straight to Volusburg.
Yeah, they can.
And avoid taking the API junction.
I see making so I think it was about, I would say, maybe a week ago. I don't know. It's kind of fuzzy. I remember him saying, Eternal, can you build a bridge?
Building a bridge. If you're going to build a bridge, you're already inside of a tunnel. That bridge would have to start way before the actual tunnel. And just after somebody else's base. Oh. Particularly, you need to, if you're going to have the bridge, it has to be before you reach, like after Volusburg, and just after the junction that will be attaching to the EMR track. You would have to start the bridge there, just after that, before the tunnel.
Why is Theo just pulled a shotgun out?
Slight question, is he trying to drive a train automatically?
Oh.
I'm reading in chat what Gus is saying. That's another thing. Since all signals are torn down, right, and are starting to be teared apart slowly and ever so slowly, do not send a single auto train. Even if you're trying to go to someone's base, drive it automatic. Just drive it yourself. As the engines will not be able to path find due to some signals being destroyed at Royal Moxon Central.
So, okay.
So if you're trying to go to someone's base, please just send the engines yourself and drive them. The main line's completely empty.
Diamond, do you have a question?
Okay. Anyway, what's next?
Any other questions?
Okay, it's for my base. Okay, so what are you concerned about for my schedules? Okay.
Now, if I want to read the schedules for you, everybody, and why he's complaining. His NWR Class S4 exits the south using NWR to Volusburg. When the train's heading back, it goes Volusburg to NWR.
That's got to switch across the entire line.
That's the reason for it. If I was going to make a train schedule change on that train schedule, don't make it go back after ENR. ENR has a new switch track. You could just take the SBR line and take it back. Because we're not... Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to tell you that for the past few days. You could go all the way around in a giant circle, which is what you wanted to do from originally, right? Heading around the entire thing, like a north main line. Yeah, it's not on the map yet, but it's finished.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
And then, the NWR Class D2. I understand its schedule until I thought about this for a second. How the engine could go is, it starts off heading to SMSP, PSSR, then Sodor, then to Gengar, right? It would fly through and head towards Elsbridge, right? After Elsbridge, it heads back to your base. That way, it stays in a clockwise formation. That's how I would see the schedule.
There's a reason I'm making Netherite, fucker.
Yes, it goes south, right? It would head to the south, and then it would head north. Because the only entrance you have is to the north, and that's the only way I would see it function.
It should go east.
Yeah, there's a main line that's being under construction right now, right? but a bridge. That bridge may be on hold for a long time compared to everything else.
Let him show.
As
Okay.
okay, let's see how this functions because this is the one track we need to sort out.
This is made nice, lovely. Okay. This is the branch line. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, he's talking about his base. Yes. So the dirt track is the main line, but then that extra extension is his branch line.
Wait, which was? Can I have a? Is this going from south?
His engine would come from here and would cross like this, right, when it's exiting. Then when it's wanting to come back, it takes this track again. The problem that I have with that, though, is it doesn't function.
I need more than this.
This is stinky. This is a. I'm
I
telling you right
understand
now.
for me, it would go over the main line and then go back
Guys,
over.
there's an easier way. There's an easier way we can model this.
Destroy the dirt. Everyone just mine out the dirt. Yeah, because we're all trying to talk and plan this out with you as we understand this issue. Hi, Barry. Thank you. This does not. This will probably get rid of my comb. Who's playing the 1950 version of Thomas?
Which, first of all, I love that.
That is
Second of all,
adorable. I love that song.
Mox,
no.
come here.
we have, for your information, we have 17 people in this VC.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait, how many
Not
people on
many
the
people.
VC?
17.
Yeah, I
Jesus.
think meetings do that sometimes.
I think we should do these meetings a lot more. This
We
is the
also have
first time we've
10
actually had
people
the
on the
best
server.
communication.
Also, I was
This is better than SNR. SNR doesn't have meetings. We do. So I'm happy about
Should've
this.
sent an announcement
I'm
out
hoping to see
saying-
SNR have meetings because it helps.
Okay, to give you guys
now.
a sense of what the track looks like, it's this.
Huh?
That is what the track looks like and what he wants it to be. The problem I have with it though is, do you see the issue?
Please don't do spring.
You mad?
No,
I know who
sound
is Endless.
Oh, it's endless. I just saw demon
To
thing.
give you,
Right.
to,
Never
it-
mind, right.
to give you guys a sense of what he's doing, he's having
Unless-
one engine on one side of the track go onto the middle and then go onto the wrong side before going onto his line.
So this is the issue I've been having with this Switch. I think you can all understand here why.
Why don't you
Does
take it
that
to go straight
work
across now?
at all on a real main line? No. Because it means you're now going on the opposite way of traffic for a split second.
Yeah.
All
Kinda
he
wanna
wants is a
jump-
bridge.
Kinda want to jump out this window now.
What?
This window looks very appealing.
Feel bad for Wolf. But you
he's
see
dead.
now why we're having this issue, Oliver, is this would cause so much traffic. Not only are the trains that are trying to avoid you get out of the way, but they also can't because there's the other track that you're crossing over.
What the Guys, can I have the authority to go to Gasso's base and literally blow him up?
You have the authority to go to my base anyway, so yeah.
Because he's lagging right now.
I mean, I've been planning to make a railway gun. Maybe that can reach the basement of lag.
Oh yeah.
What, you're making Gustav?
I like that idea.
Gustav, the railway gun.
Big Bertha!
I like that idea.
Yeah. Oh, Tenno.
Okay.
Topic.
So this,
Anyway, yeah, let's get
Yes.
yeah, let's get
because
Yeah,
if we were
yeah,
gonna do
yeah,
that
that
track,
sounds
I think I'd see this here. You have the junction right here, right? What I'm gonna say is, instead, for one of the junctions, it goes